Good day, cramming engineer. So for today, let's continue our discussion on curvilinear motion. So previous discussion natin, we finished already projectile motion. So for today, for this video, we will discuss first is tangential and normal components. Then after that is circular motion. Okay? So sige, let's start with this figure. Okay, so pag curvilinear motion na guys, no? Um, so yung motion natin is, or yung path nung particle is curved. Okay? And unlike dun sa ating dating linear, and unlike dun sa dati nating mga discussions which is linear, ito, na-represent natin yung distance dito as x or yung position natin as x, no? So, madali lang yun. Pag kukunin natin yung velocity, kunwari meron kang object dito, and ito yung kanyang position, pwede natin ma-express in terms of x, variable x. Pag siya ay gumagalaw, the velocity is just equal to the change in the position with respect to time. Okay? So, dito naman guys, sa discussion natin, since curve na yung ating path, hindi na siya simple as this x, we will use instead is yung s. Okay? So, yan, that s. And, yan yung ating position variable or vector. Okay? And this s, when we're talking about the s of a curved path, pwede natin kunin yung radius, no? Kasi yung path natin, yung pagka-curve niya is, well, nakadepende naman yan. It is a variable also. So, para makuha natin yung s, this is, kung titignan nyo, para siyang arc length, right? So, kapag arc length yung pinag-uusapan natin, yes, that distance, we need to know the radius of curvature, which is r, and to get the s, it will also depend doon sa theta. Okay? So, imagine nyo, meron kang stick dito and pinarotate nyo for a certain theta. So, kung ano man yung masweep na distance nung kanyang end, yun yung ating arc length na tinatawag. And for arc length, the equation for that is r times theta. Okay? So, alam nyo na yan. Okay. So, kung kukunin naman natin yung velocity nung particle moving in a curved motion, hindi na lang dx over dt yung kukunin natin, kundi ds with respect to dt na. Okay? So, our velocity will be ds with respect to dt. Okay? But since our s is equal to r theta, this will be equal to d dt of r theta. Okay? But since our radius is constant, pwede natin ilabas yan dito. So, our velocity will be equal to r d theta with respect to dt. Okay? So, ito yung ating velocity vector, guys. Ano lang to? Scalar pa lang ito. So, this is only magnitude. Okay? Magnitude lang yan ng velocity ng ating particle. Okay? So, if we want to make this a vector, kailangan natin lagyan itong magnitude na to ng, what you call this, kailangan natin siyang lagyan ng direction. Okay? So, look at this picture. Makita natin that meron tayong dalawa direction when we are talking about curvilinear motion. So, imagine that ito yung particle that is moving. So, this particle is moving palagi. Yung velocity niya is tangential to the curve. Okay? So, ito ay i-assign natin as u of t. So, this is a direction vector only. Ayan, no? And meron din siyang papasok dun sa ating center. And that is our un for normal. Okay? So, this is the normal axis. And this is the tangential axis or direction. Okay, guys? So, itong velocity natin, para siya ay maging vector, v, that is just equal to this v, times, kailangan natin, syempre, ilagay yung direction, which is mu of t. Okay? So, tandaan, guys, this v, that is, ito po. Okay? Or sige, i-color code ko. So, this v is just this v as well. Okay? So, this now, guys, is a vector. Okay? So, itong vector na to, pwede natin kunin ulit yung rate of change nitong velocity to get the acceleration. Okay? So, yung acceleration yung gusto natin makuha. So, this will be just the derivative of this vector with respect to time. Okay? So, this will be dt of v times u of t. Okay? So, getting the derivative of that, guys, no? So, meron tayong dalawang variables. First is v and the second is mu t. So, with respect to t. Okay? So, we'll treat those two as two variables sa ating differentiation. Okay? So, product rule, a will be equal to v times the derivative of u of t with respect to dt plus u of t derivative ng v with respect to dt. Okay, so this is now our equation for acceleration. Okay, so ano ba itong term na to? That is, kung iisipin, that is the derivative of this direction vector with respect to time. Okay, so bakit merong ganyan? Kasi kung iisipin nyo, guys, as we change direction or as we change position, so imagine nyo ito, this is the position 1 of the particle. Pag siya ay nag-move, let's say papunta dito, okay, kung idodrawing natin yung kanyang mga position, mga direction vectors, this is the normal, palagi siya papunta sa center, no? And this will be the tangential. Okay, so kung mapapansin nyo, yung direction, guys, ng UT, this tangential direction, it changes with respect to time. And yung change na yon, yun yung kailangan nating malaman dito sa term na to. Okay? The change in tangential direction with respect to time. Okay? So, dito na papasok itong image na to. Okay, so ito lang yan, guys, ano? It's as, oops. It's as if the particle moved from here to here. So, nakita natin yung dalawang UT. This is the first direction vector, tangential, and this is the second. No, nag-iba siya. So, to represent that better, it will look something like this. Okay? So, mu n is towards there. Ito, kinopya lang. And yung naging change is somewhere here. Okay? Kung titingnan nyo, this is mu t or the original direction and this is the new direction. Okay, guys? So, yung dalawa, kung ma-imagine nyo, hindi naman siya, sir, magkamuka dito, ito at dito. Yes po, guys, hindi po yan same. Ang ginawa natin is, imagine that itong vector na to, yung vector na yan, yung tip niyan, ito, yung origin is dinikit din dun sa origin ng isa. Okay? Kaya siya naging ganito yung itsura niya. Okay? Pinagdikit po yung dalawang tail nung dalawang directions na yan. Okay? So, ito na yung naging itsura. So, this is the first direction and this is the second direction. We are trying to quantify the change in that direction, and that can be seen here, which is the change in u of t. Okay? So, itong vector na to, yung hinahanap natin. Okay? So, ut, guys, that is just, parang ito lang yan, no? Parang kinukuha lang natin yung arc length, no? The arc length is dut. That is, kumbaga, yung s. And to get that, pwede nating i-multiply yung radius nito, radius niyan, which is equal to 1. Bakit? Bakit po 1 yung radius niyan? Because that is a unit vector, guys. Unit vector. Direction vector, it is a unit vector. So, ang radius niya, guys, is 1 lang talaga pag unit vector. Kaya nga unit, no? So, it only says about the direction, no? Pero, syempre, kailangan mo pa rin lagyan yun ng magnitude. And by default, that is 1. Okay? So, this dut is, kumbaga, if we're going to follow this formula, the radius is 1. So, this is 1. And the angle is d theta, or this change in theta. Okay, yan. Yan yung magdidictate, yung d theta yung magdidictate nitong value ng dut. Okay? So, this, guys, is only magnitude. Okay? Magnitude lang yan, yung dut. Kung gusto natin gawin siyang vector, the dut vector, kailangan natin lagyan ng direction itong 1 d theta, no? Or itong d theta na to, it must have its own direction. And makita natin dito that the direction of this is taking the direction of the normal direction. Okay? So, yung magiging direction nito, to make it a vector, we have to multiply n. Okay? So, tandaan. That's it. Ibig sabihin, guys, yung change in tangential direction is pointed towards the normal direction. Okay? Yun lang yung interpretation nun. Okay, so let's get the derivative of this with respect to time. So, dut with respect to dt, that will be equal to d theta with respect to dt times u of n in the n direction. Okay? So, direction lang to, guys. That is only a direction. Okay? So, we have this. But, kung mapapansin or maaalala nyo, we have also this. Or, if I will rewrite this, d theta over dt is equal to v over r. Okay? And I can input this here. Okay, so yung aking dut with respect to dt, that is just equal to v over r in this direction. Okay? Okay. Now, having this, I can now input this dito. Okay? So, my acceleration now becomes v, no? Which is this one, v times this one is v ulit over r un direction plus ut direction times change in v with respect to time. Okay? So, rewriting this, I will have v times v, that's just v squared over r in the normal direction plus dv with respect to t in the tangential direction. Okay? So, this is now my total acceleration. Okay? Rewrite ko dito sa taas, guys. So, A is equal to V squared over R in the normal direction plus change in V with respect to time in the tangential direction. Okay? So, this is my total acceleration, guys. So, itong dalawang to, these are just unit vectors. So, this only says about the direction. Okay? So, since ito ay nasa normal direction, this is the normal component and this is the tangential component. Okay? So, I can rewrite this, guys, as gamitin ko itong green dito and itong violet dito. I can rewrite this as A is equal to, ito ilagay ko na lang as AN, okay, in the UN direction. So, this is an absolute value plus absolute value nung AT in the tangential direction. Okay? Wherein my AN is equal to V squared over R and my AT is equal to well, that's the change in velocity with respect to time. Okay? Okay guys, so tandaan ito ay change in velocity. Ito na yung kumbaga nakikita doon sa sa sasakyan. Kung kayo ay nagda-drive, yung velocity doon, if yung velocity ng sasakyan is nag-change, ito na po yun, itong acceleration, this tangential acceleration. Okay, so some things that you need to consider. Okay, so if this AT is constant, no? Kapag AT is constant, we need to know that some of the kinematic equation ay applicable. Okay? So, katulad nito, the V is equal to V naught plus AT, no? Tangential acceleration yan times T. Okay? Applicable yan. This is also applicable. And lastly, this is applicable. Okay? So when the tangential acceleration is constant, these are all applicable. Okay? Okay. So those are the only things that you need to know dito sa ating normal and tangential components. Okay, so later on we will have an example, but before that, no, so let's have a special instance of curvilinear motion, and that is circular motion. So dito ko na lang siya i-discuss. So circular motion naman guys, kapag nagmo-move yung ating body sa isang perfect circle. Okay, kaya siya circular motion. Okay, so what are the things na we need to know? Ganun lang din. If this is my radius, then therefore I have a normal acceleration and I have a tangential acceleration. And katulad nung dati, to get, for example, this S, no? Position vector S, that is also equal kay r theta. Of course, meron tayong radius nitong circle and ito, theta. If you're wondering kung ano yung arc length na na-cover, na sweep nitong radius na to, that is applicable, okay? And also, to get the V, that is just R times omega, wherein yung omega natin is in rad per second, or that is just the change of this angle, no, with respect to time. Okay? And to get also the AT, that is just R alpha, wherein my alpha is in rad per second squared. This is angular velocity, while this is angular acceleration. Okay? Again, and also yung ating normal acceleration, that is just your v squared over r. Okay? And itong v squared na to, itong v dito, that's just the same as this. Okay? Okay pala, if alam naman natin this v is r omega, pwede natin tong i-input dito. So this becomes r squared omega squared over r. So cancel yung r. Another expression for a n is r omega squared. Okay? So pwede yan. Pwede ito. Whatever you need. Ayan. Okay? So, let's have our first example. So, ayan. Determine the maximum speed that the cars of the roller coaster can reach along the circular portion AB of the track if the normal component of their acceleration cannot exceed 3 Gs. Okay? So, may circular portion yung ating track. So, imagine nyo na lang, meron tayong roller coaster, ano. So, ganyan, no? Imagine nyo, ganyan. And itong circular portion, sabi, ang radius daw nito is 80 feet. Okay? So, tinatanong, what is the maximum speed that the cars of the roller coaster can reach along the circular path of the track if the normal component of the acceleration cannot exceed 3g? Normal component of the acceleration. Okay? So, ang tinatanong, guys, is v, given that an is equal to 3 times g. Okay? So, 3 g's. Okay? So, since naka-feet tayo, guys, gamitin na lang natin yung g is equal to 32.2 feet per second squared. Okay? So, that is equal to 96.6 feet per second squared. Okay? So, this is the normal acceleration. Okay? It cannot exceed that. Maximum yan. Okay, so, ang tinatanong, what should be the maximum speed also. Okay, so ano nga ulit yung equation natin for AN? That is V squared over R. Tama? So, given, alam na natin si AN, given si R, pwede natin masolve si V squared. And V is equal to the square root of AN times R. Or this is the square root ng 96.6 foot per second squared times R is 80 feet. So V is equal to V is equal to 87.9 feet per second. And this is the maximum. Since this is AN, maximum also. Okay? So this is the answer for that. Okay? So next problem. So we have this figure. Nasa circular motion ang isang body. Okay, so at this instance, the velocity, letter A, at letter A, the velocity at this instance of the particle is 0.6 meters per second constant. So ang tinatanong, what is the total acceleration? Okay, so let's do it. Letter A muna. So if we have constant velocity, then therefore, the tangential acceleration is 0. Kasi hindi ka na nag-accelerate constant yung velocity mo Okay? So if that is 0, then our A total, that's just equal to AN squared plus AT squared. Okay? So since this is 0, this will be just equal to A normal. And A normal is equal to V squared over R. Okay? And since we know our V, we know our R, this is in meters. This is 0.6 squared over 0.3. Okay, so the total acceleration will be 1.2 meters per second. And the direction will be what? So, kung titignan nyo, wala siyang 80, wala yan, x ko yan. Ang meron lang is normal acceleration, so it is towards there. Okay? So, this A total should also have that direction. And what is that angle? Okay? If we have two parallel lines, so itong dalawa, if this is 30, then this should also be 30 degrees. Okay? So, I can write this as 1.2 meters per second, angle 30 degrees. Okay? Or 30 degrees south of west. Okay? Okay po ba? So that is letter A. And letter B, the question naman is, at this instance, so let me undo those. Oops. Okay, so for letter B naman, increasing daw yung velocity at 0.9 meters per second squared. Ibig sabihin, this is the tangential acceleration, and that is 0.9 meters per second squared. Okay? And an, we can solve using v squared over r, knowing that the v is 0.6 meters per second quantity squared, and the r is 0.3. And therefore, ito lang din yon, that is equal to 1.2 meters per second. And that is our normal acceleration. Okay? So, let me draw that here. Ilagay ko lang to guys, no? This is the tangential direction and this is the normal direction. Okay, so let me write those two, yung ating AN and AT. Yung AN, ay ang AT ko, i-write ko in green. Ang AN, i-write ko in violet. So, yung AT ko is 0.9. 0.9 meters per second squared. And yung ating normal acceleration is 1.2. And we know that that is papasok. That is 1.2 meters per second squared. Okay, so to get the total acceleration, that's just this. So, kunin natin yung vector sum nitong dalawa. If that is my AN, then my vector will be in orange. My resultant will be in orange. So, ito. That is my total A. Okay? And of course, kailangan natin kunin itong angle na to. Angle theta. Okay? So, to get A, since meron na tayong AT and AN, to get A, that's just the AN squared plus AT squared. So, that is 0.9 squared plus 1.2 squared and square root of that. So, the magnitude of the total acceleration is equal to 1.5 meters per second. And yung angle, so that angle, theta, is just the arctan of the opposite, which is AN, over adjacent is AT. Okay? So, the theta is arctan ng AN. So, AN is 1.2, ano? 1.2 over the AT, which is 0.9. Okay? So, the theta is actually 53.13 degrees. Okay? So, that is the angle. Pero, kung titingnan natin, ano yung reference nung 53? Malabo, no? Hindi natin alam. So, it should be with respect to either north, east, south, or west. Pero dito, hindi natin alam kung with respect saan tong angle na to. So, let's draw. Let's analyze this further. Okay, so if I draw a horizontal line here, since this is 30 degrees, this will also be 30 degrees. Tama? So, if that is 30 degrees, and we know that this violet line and this green line are perpendicular, tama ba? Because those are UN and UT. So, this is perpendicular. So, this is 90 degrees. Knowing that this is 30, no? This must be, itong natitira, this must be 60 degrees. Okay? So, kunin na lang natin yung difference nito, 60 degrees, and yung theta. So, itong angle na to, itong angle na to, that must be 60 degrees minus yung ating theta. Okay? So, with respect na yan dito sa line na to. Yan, sa line na yan. Okay? So, let's get the angle. The angle is 60 minus 53.13, or that is 6.87 degrees. Okay? Final. So, I can write the final total acceleration as 1.5 meters per second, 6.87 degrees, and the angle is, ayun, or that is north of west. Okay? And that is my answer. Okay? So, look at that, no? Kung bakit ito yung angle na yun. That is 6.87. Okay? So, i-drawing ko ulit, ano, para mas makita nyo. Yan yung violet line, ito yung green line. Okay? Ito yan, guys. Redraw ko lang. Okay? And, sabi, this is 30 degrees. And we know that this is also perpendicular. Alam nating perpendicular yan. And yung nakuha natin na A is towards here. Ayan, yung total A. And itong angle na to, we got this at 53.13 degrees. Okay? So, this angle, this must be yung nakuha natin na 6.87. No, this must be 6.87 degrees. With respect dito sa, so that must be 6.87 degrees. With respect dito sa horizontal line na to. Okay? So, kaya natin pinagdaanan tong lahat ng to para makuha yung tamang angle niya. Okay? So, that will be all for this video. I hope naintindihan po yung ating normal and tangential components ng acceleration in curvilinear motions. At the same time, yung ating circular motion. Okay? That will be all. Thank you.